answer is 0. Okay, C is the value or 0 of the polynomial if we get P of C is equal to 0. That means whenever we want to find 0 of the polynomial, just equate this polynomial with 0. You can easily find 0 of the polynomial. Okay, so here our first example is P of x is equal to x plus 5. We want to find 0 of this polynomial. So for this, we equate this polynomial with 0. P of x is equal to 0. That means P of x is x plus 5. That is x plus 5 is equal to 0. Okay, we want to find the value of x here. So we move this 5 on RHS. Okay, here the 5 is positive, it becomes negative. So x is equal to negative 5. So that means x is equal to negative 5 is 0 of the polynomial. Since if I substitute x is equal to negative 5 in the polynomial, right? X is equal to negative 5. Replace this x with negative 5. So we get negative 5 plus 5, which 0. That means if I substitute x is equal to negative 5 in the polynomial, we get the answer is 0. That's why x is equal to negative 5 is 0 of the polynomial P of x. Okay? Do you understood? Okay. Now second example is P of x is equal to 3x. Now this polynomial is only P of x is equal to 3x. So we also find 0 of this polynomial. So I write as let P of x is equal to 0. Okay, P of x is equal to 3x. That means 3x is equal to 0. We want to find the value of x. So we divide this 3 by 0. So x is equal to 0. That means x is equal to 0 is the 0 of the polynomials. Check. When I substitute x is equal to 0 here, 3 into x, value of x is 0. So 3 into 0 is 0. Polynomial becomes 0. That means x is equal to 0 is the 0 of the polynomial. It is also called as root of the polynomial or solution of the polynomial. Okay. Now P of x is equal to ax. P of x is equal to ax, but given that a is not equal to 0. That means a is non-zero number. Okay, a is not equal to 0. That means a is non-zero number. So let P of x is equal to 0. That means ax is equal to 0. So a into x is equal to 0. Right? A into x is equal to 0. Product of these two numbers is 0. They given that a is not equal to 0. If a is not equal to 0, then obviously x is equal to 0. Since the product of two numbers is 0, then at least one of them is 0. Okay? So a into x is equal to 0. If a is not equal to 0, then x is equal to 0. Since product is 0 here. Okay? So x is equal to 0 is the 0 of the polynomial. So let us check. If I substitute x is equal to 0 here, a into 0, the answer is 0. So x is equal to 0 is the 0 of the polynomial. Okay, so it is very simple to find 0 of the polynomial. Right? Now look at here. If the polynomial P of x is equal to cx plus d, where c is not equal to 0, cx plus d. Okay, so let we put P of x is equal to 0. Since we want to find 0 of the polynomial, we put here P of x is equal to 0. So cx plus d is equal to 0. We want to find value of cx. So I change the place of d here. So here the d is positive, it becomes negative. Okay. So cx is equal to negative d. Now I divide this number d by c. So we get x is equal to c upon negative d. Okay, that is x is equal to negative c upon d is the 0 of the polynomial P of x. Okay, so whenever you want to find 0 of the polynomial, just equate this polynomial with 0. You can easily find out the 0 of the polynomial. Okay, students, all of you understood how to find 0 of the polynomial? which is division of polynomial, and it's very important. Okay, division of polynomial. Now look at the two numbers here, 15 and 6. Whenever we divide 15 by the number 6, we divide the number 15 by 6, what will happen here? 15 divided by 6. So 6 twos are 15. So 6 twos are 12. So 6 twos are 12. Now 15 minus 12 is 3. So here 3 is the remainder, right? 2 is the quotient, 15 is the dividend, and 6 is the divisor, right? So we can write this 15 as 2 into 6 plus 3, right? We can write this 15 as 2 into 6 plus 3. Okay. Divide 12 by 6. Now if whenever we divide the number 12 by 6, okay, we get 6 twos are 12, right? 6 twos are 12, and 12 minus 12 is 0. So here 0 is the remainder. So we can write 12 is equal to what? 2 into 6 plus 0. Okay. So in this case, we can say that 6 is a factor of 12. 6 is a factor of 12, or 12 is a multiple of 6, right? In this case, when the remainder is 0, we can say that 6 is a factor of 12, or 12 is a multiple of 6. Since 12 is coming in the table of 6, 6 twos are 12, so 12 is a multiple of 6. Okay? So in this way, we can divide two numbers. So we can divide one polynomial by the other polynomial. Let us try to do this when the divisor is a monomial. Monomial means what? Polynomial contains only one term. A polynomial of one term is called as monomial. When the divisor is monomial, we try to divide one polynomial with other. Okay, so look at here. Here the polynomial is 2x cube plus x square minus x and divided by x. Here x is the polynomial and x is the monomial. So we have to divide this x by this polynomial. That is 2x cube plus x square minus x divided by x. So we divide this x by every term. So I split the numerator here, 2x cube upon x plus x square upon x minus x upon x. Okay, now look at here. X is everywhere in the term. Okay, x is the common term. Okay, x is the common term which is present in the every term. So we can easily divide this polynomial by x. That means here 2x cube upon x. See here 1x will be cancelled from numerator and denominator. So remains here 2x square. Here 1x is cancelled. X square, from x square and x, 1x is cancelled. So remains only x. And here x and x will cancel. So remains 1. So answer is 2x square plus x minus 1. So division of polynomial by a monomial is very simple. And here x is the common factor. X is a common factor of numerator. So that's why we can easily divide this polynomial by x. Now look at here. Now the polynomial is here. Divide p of x is equal to x plus 3x square minus 1 by g of x is equal to 1 plus x. Now we have to divide the polynomial p of x by the polynomial q of x. Now q of x is not a monomial, it's a binomial. We have to divide this polynomial by a binomial, g of x. Okay, so whenever we divide two polynomials, our first duty is we have to write these polynomials in standard form. We have to write both the polynomials, dividend and divisor, in standard form. So standard form is what? We have to arrange this polynomial in descending order of power of x. In descending order of power of x. Okay. So I write here P of x is equal to, here highest power of x is 2. So I write here first term is 3x square plus x minus 1. So I write this P of x as descending order of power of x. X square, x, and here x is 0. Okay, so P of x is equal to 3x square plus x minus 1. Also g of x is x plus 1. Okay, I write here g of x is x plus 1. Descending order of power of x. So now P of x and g of x are in standard form. So let us start the division. We divide here P of x by P of x. Here P of x is the dividend. P of x is the dividend and x plus 1 is the divisor. Okay, and we have to divide x plus 1 to this term. Okay, so let us look here. We have to divide first term of the dividend to the first by the first term of the divisor. We have to divide this first term of the dividend to the first term of the divisor. So look at here. First term of the dividend is 3x square and first term of the divisor is x. So 3x square divided by x. Your answer is 3x. That means our first term in the quotient is 3x. First term in the quotient is 3x. So I write here 3x. Okay. Look at here. First step. What is the first step? We want to divide 3x square plus x minus 1 with x plus 1. So for this, first divide first term of the dividend to the first term of the divisor. So here 3x square plus x, that means 3x. So that means our first quotient is 3x. So I write in place of quotient, first quotient is 3x. Now multiply this quotient 3x, first quotient, by divisor. Multiply this first quotient with divisor. We get here 3x into x, which is 3x square, right here. 3x into x is 3x square and 3x into 1, which is 3x. 3x into x, which is 3x square, and 3x into 1, it is 3x. Okay. Now take subtraction. When subtraction, sign of polynomial which changes here. This positive becomes negative, this positive becomes negative. Okay, sign of the other polynomial will changes here. So here this 3x square minus 3x square get cancelled and x minus 3x. Here x minus 3x is equal to negative 2x. So now negative 2x minus remaining is 1. So now the dividend is our new dividend. Here new dividend is negative 2x minus 1. Now we have to divide this new dividend by the divisor x plus 1. So we have to want to find quotient. So for this again divide first term of the dividend to the first term of the divisor. First term of the dividend by the first term of the divisor, like this. Negative 2x upon x. Negative 2x upon x. Here x and x will cancel. So answer is negative 2. That means negative 2, it will be our quotient. Okay, our second quotient. So in place of second quotient, I can write here 3x is the first quotient minus 2. Negative 2. Again same procedure. Okay. Multiply this negative 2 with divisor. Negative 2 into x, negative 2x. And negative 2 into 1, negative 2. Take subtraction here. After taking subtraction, sign of the other polynomial which changes. So here negative becomes positive. Here also negative becomes positive. Now negative 2x plus positive 2x, it is 0. And negative 1 plus 2, it is 1. So that means here 1 is the remainder. Okay. Since here degree of divisor, here 1. Degree of divisor is 1. And degree of remainder, that means the degree of this new dividend is 0. Now degree of the new dividend is 0 and degree of the divisor is 1. So this process continues, this process up to degree of the polynomial is 0. So here degree of 1 is 0 and degree of divisor is 1. So degree of new dividend is less than degree of the divisor. So here we stop the process of division. Okay. So we write this division in the form as dividend is equal to quotient into divisor plus remainder. Quotient into divisor plus remainder. So now here dividend is 3x square plus x minus 1 is equal to quotient is 3x minus 2 into divisor is x plus 1 plus here remainder is 1. So in this way we divide one polynomial with other polynomial. Okay students, do you understood this? Okay, I will explain you another example. Look at here, look at carefully. Here p of x is equal to 3x raised to 4 minus 4x cube minus 3x minus 1 and g of x is equal to x minus 1. Okay, now look at here. Here degree of the polynomial p of x is 4. Degree is the highest power of the variable in the polynomial. Here highest power of the variable is 4. So degree of this p of x is 4 here. And g of x. What about g of x? G of x is equal to x minus 1. That means here degree of g of x is 1. Okay. So now we have to divide p of x by g of x. So first check, is the p of x and g of x are in standard form? Standard form means what? Standard form means they are in the ascending order of power of x. Look at here. In p of x, x raised to 4, then x raised to 3, okay, then x raised to 1 and constant. That means its p of x is in the standard form. Also g of x is equal to x minus 1. It is also in the standard form. Okay, so we can divide p of x by g of x. So this is my dividend, dividend, and this x minus 1 is the divisor. Okay, now we want to divide this 3x raised to 4 minus 4x cube minus 3x minus 1 by this polynomial x minus 1. Okay, so now we want to find our first quotient. So for this, our first step is divide first term of the dividend by the first term of the divisor. Our first step is what? Divide first term of the dividend by the first term of the divisor. So your first term of the dividend is 3x raised to 4 and first term of the divisor is x. So 3x raised to 4 upon x. So here 1x will cancel and remains 3x cube. That means 3x raised to 3 is our first quotient. Look at here, it's very important. So our first quotient is here 3x raised to 3. Okay, so now multiply this quotient with divisor. That means 3x raised to 3 into x. That is 3x raised to 4 and 3x cube minus 1. That is minus 3x cube. Okay, up to this, do you understand? Okay. Now take subtraction with dividend by this product. Okay, now here there is a subtraction sign. So sign of this polynomial will changes. This positive becomes negative and this negative becomes positive. Right? Now take subtraction. 3x raised to 4 minus 3x raised to 4 will cancel since they are same sign. Now negative 4x cube plus positive 3x cube. That means here coefficients are negative 4 plus 3. Okay, so answer is negative x cube. Okay, so now here new dividend is our here negative x cube and remaining is negative 3x minus 1. So our new dividend is negative x cube minus 3x minus 1. Now degree of this new dividend this divisor is 1. So we can take division. Okay. Now our new dividend is this. So finding out the next quotient. Okay, we have to find the quotient. So for this again divide first term of the dividend to the first term of the divisor. Okay, divide first term of the new dividend which is negative x cube by the first term of the divisor which is x. So negative x cube upon x. Answer is negative x square. Since 1x will cancel here. So answer is negative x square. That means negative x square is our second quotient. Okay, so I write here negative x square is our second quotient. Now multiply this second quotient with divisor. Negative x square into x. Negative x square into x. It will give you negative x cube. Also negative x square into negative 1. Negative x square into negative 1. X1 is positive x square. Okay. So negative x cube plus x square is our product. Now take subtraction. Again same process. Here there is a subtraction. So sign of this polynomial changes. This negative becomes positive and this positive becomes negative. So now negative x cube, positive x cube will cancel. Here there is a no term of x square. Here there is a no term of x square. Here is negative 3x. So this term will remain same. Negative x square minus this 3x minus 1. Negative x square minus 3x minus 1. Again check the degree of new dividend is 2 and degree of divisor is 1. So degree of new dividend is greater than degree of divisor. So we can divide this term. Okay. So again now new dividend. First term of the new dividend is negative x square. So we want to find quotient. So let us check negative x square. That means first term of the new dividend by the first term of the divisor. We divide first term of the new dividend by the first term of the divisor. So negative x square upon x. Answer is negative x. That means our third quotient is negative x. So I write here negative x. So now same procedure. We multiply this negative x by x minus 1. Okay. So negative x into x. Negative x square and negative x into positive 1. Sorry, negative x into negative 1. It will become positive x. Okay. So again take subtraction here. After subtraction, sign will changes. Negative becomes positive and positive becomes negative. That means here negative x square, positive x square will cancel. Negative 3x minus x. Negative 3x minus x. That means negative 4x minus 1. Okay. Negative 4x minus 1. That means here our new dividend is negative 4x minus 1. Now again we want to find quotient. Okay. So new dividend. First term of the new dividend is negative 4x and first term of the divisor is x. So here x and x will cancel. Answer is negative 4. That means our new quotient is negative 4. So I write here negative 4. So now multiply this negative 4 with x minus 1. Negative 4 into x, negative 4x. And negative 4 into negative 1, it is plus 4. Okay. So take subtraction. After subtraction, here sign it changes. This positive becomes negative, negative becomes positive. So here negative 4 plus positive 4 will cancel and negative 1, negative 4. So negative 5. So our answer is negative 5. Now our new dividend is negative 5. Now check the degree of new dividend. Here degree of new dividend is 0 since it is constant polynomial and 0 of the constant polynomial. Also degree of the constant polynomial is 0. So here degree of new dividend is 0 and degree of divisor is 1. end of our division. Why this is end? Since degree of new dividend is less than degree of divisor. Okay. So now our quotient is 3x cube minus x square minus x minus 4 is the quotient, and this negative 5 is called as remainder. This negative 5 is called as remainder. Okay. Now when our divisor is linear polynomial, then we can find remainder from dividend. Okay, then we can find remainder from dividend. Okay, let us look here. Our divisor is x minus 1. Our divisor is x minus 1 here. So 0 of this x minus 1 is, okay, 0 of this x minus 1 is equal to 1, right? 0 of this polynomial. 0 means what? If I equate this polynomial with 0, we get the answer of x is 1. Okay? Whenever I substitute x is equal to 1 here, I get 1 minus 1 is 0. That means 0 of the polynomial x minus 1 is 1. Okay? If I substitute 1 in the polynomial p of x is equal to what? 3x raised to 4 minus 4x cube minus 3x minus 1. If I substitute x is equal to 1 here, we get p of 1. That is 3 into value of x is 1, 4 value of x is 1 minus 3 into 1 minus 1. So we get here 3 minus 4 minus 3 minus 1. Now 3 minus 4 negative 1. Negative 1 negative 3 negative 4 negative 1 negative 5. So we get the remainder. Okay. So whenever our divisor is a linear polynomial, if we find the zero of this polynomial, and substitute the zero of the polynomial in p of x, that means in dividend, we can easily get the remainder. So here we get the remainder is negative 5, and in this process also we get the remainder is negative 5. So in this way we can divide any polynomial with other polynomial. Okay students, do you understood this? It is very important. So you must have to write this example in your notebook. So go through this video, and if you have any difficulty, then ask me anytime. Okay? Till then, have a good